Once upon a time, in a lush, green forest, there lived a speedy hare who loved to boast about his swiftness. Everyone knew him for his lightning-fast legs, and he never missed a chance to remind others as well. Mr. Hare had traveled through the whole forest faster than any creature and felt quite proud of his speed. Meanwhile, out there plodding along, was a tortoise named Mr. Tortoise. He was calm, gentle, and ever so slow, content with his steady pace. Despite being polar opposites, Mr. Hare and Mr. Tortoise decided to compete in a race one bright and sunny morning. Excited critters gathered on the forest floor, eagerly awaiting this peculiar match. The racetrack was set between the old oak tree and the sparkling stream. All the forest friends were buzzing with excitement, chattering about who might win. The signal was given, and off they went. As expected, Mr. Hare zoomed ahead, clouds of dust spinning like tiny tornadoes behind him. Mr. Tortoise took his first step, unhurried, and with a smile, plodded on. Along the path, Mr. Hare couldn't resist glancing back to see Mr. Tortoise far in the distance. "Ha! This race is in the bag," he chuckled to himself, and decided he had enough time for a little rest. He spied a shady patch with soft clover and thought to himself that a quick nap wouldn't hurt. And so, Mr. Hare stretched himself comfortably on the grass, closed his eyes, and soon drifted into a deep snooze. Meanwhile, Mr. Tortoise continued his slow and steady march without a single stop. The sun was drifting lower in the sky when Mr. Tortoise came upon sleeping Mr. Hare. The other critters watching the scene gasped in wondering whispers. With a peaceful smile, Mr. Tortoise continued past his sleeping competitor and headed towards the finish line. Suddenly, Mr. Hare awoke with a start. The forest had grown quieter, and the sun had moved across the sky. In a rush of panic, he sprang to his feet, racing towards the finish line at full speed. But it was too late. When Mr. Hare arrived, he saw Mr. Tortoise just crossing the finish line to the uproarious applause of delighted onlookers. "How did you do it?" Mr. Hare panted, bewildered and a little ashamed. Mr. Tortoise turned and replied with gentle kindness, "Slow and steady wins the race, my dear friend." Mr. Hare learned a valuable lesson that day, that pride can sometimes blind you, while gentle perseverance can lead you to victory. And so, in that forest, the tale of the hare and the tortoise was told and retold, teaching everyone about the virtues of patience and humility.